Hi, I'm Erinn Westbrook.
And I'm Avan Jogia, and this is Real Works. Tayana Beumaire wrote and directed this next film about her childhood friend in foster care. Tayana lost track of her friend when she was placed in a new home 15 years ago. This film is an homage to their friendship. Here's Memories of Us.
I don't know what to say.
So how do you feel? Your new family will be so happy. Stacy? So I'll be back tomorrow. It's best if you start packing now.
So, Stacy? About the news. Yeah, what news? Oh, look. What do you have there? You read this to me last year on my birthday? Yeah, I do. Hey, Stacy, you want me to read this to you again? I'm not sure. I want a nap now. Come on, let's read it. I'm not sure. Come on, please. Okay, I guess. In the land of Applewood lived a husband and wife named Bill and Sophia. They both lived alone in a small house in the woods. Their biggest dream was to someday have a child to call their own. Little did they know that would all change, and they would soon meet a sweet little girl.
Where are we? This is so cool. Where are we? We're at Applewood in the book world. We need to find a way out. Look.
Hello, girls. I'm Bill, and this is my wife, Sophia.
Hello, I'm Nancy. Nice to meet you guys.
Stacy, it's okay. She's just a little shy, that's all. I'm Stacy.
Are you two lost?
No. Relax, Stacy. They don't seem like bad people.
You girls are welcome to come into our home. Do you girls need any help?
Yes, we do. We are lost.
Girls, we do not mean you to any harm.
Come on, girls. We'll help you out. Come inside.
Okay, Stacy, let's go.
Welcome to our home, girls. Make yourselves comfortable. Me and Bill will be right back. Sit tight, girls.
Look, a window. We could leave. I'm not leaving. We need to leave before they come back. Stacy, no.
Is there something wrong? Were you trying to leave?
Well, if you want to, you can.
It's okay if you want to go. It's just, Sophia and I just baked some cookies.
Are those chocolate chip cookies?
They sure are.
Stacy, you love chocolate chip cookies.
Well, Do you wish to stay?
I guess we could stay a while. See, I told you they're not bad people.
Enjoying the cookies, Stacy?
Yep, they're so amazing.
Oh, thanks, my dear.
I'm enjoying them too. I'm not kidding. These are the best I ever had.
Oh, Stacy, you are too kind.
Hey, Stacy, would you like to hear a joke?
Sure.
All right, here goes. What do cookies and computers have in common?
What?
Hey, I know.
They both have chips.
Hey guys, I have a cookie joke too.
Bring it on.
When should you take a cookie to the doctor?
When, sweetheart?
When it feels crummy.
Oh!
You are hilarious, Stacy dear.
I have a joke too.
Oh, Stacy, you dropped some crumbs on your shirt.
Oh, let us help you with that.
Here, there's another one over. That's better. Oh, there's another one right over.
Okay.
Much better.
Oh,
That's better.
Where's Nancy? I need to find her.
Nancy, is that you? What's the matter, Nancy? You're leaving soon, and I'll be all alone. You'll always have me. You'll just forget about me like you did inside the house. I'm sorry. I guess I was enjoying the moment. But I didn't forget about you, I promise. So, it sounds like you had a good time. I'm happy for you. I'm going to miss you, Stacy. I'm going to miss you too. You'll always be my best friend no matter where I go. You'll always be mine too.
Nancy, me and Sophia are so sorry. We didn't mean to leave you out.
You girls are both wonderful, and you're always welcome in our home.
And she lived happily ever after. The end. Here, I think you should have it. Are you sure? Thanks. Well, I guess this is goodbye. This is not goodbye. It's a see you later, because we will. Good luck, and make sure you tell me everything. I will.
You're here.
Hey everyone, you just watched the incredible film Memories of Us by the very talented filmmaker Tayana Beumaire, and I am lucky enough to be sitting here with the talented Tayana. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Thank you so much for talking to me today about your work. I wanted to just talk to you a little bit about your film and why you chose to make it. Specifically, you know, there's a theme of adoption that's in the film.
I chose to focus on that theme because I felt that it was a topic that could be explored a little bit more through film and talk about a little girl that's going through it, not just an older person.
And in the beginning, we sort of see them transition and go into this fantastical world.
Yeah.
What does that fantastical world represent? Why was that important to include?
I think the world was a place for them to escape from reality because they're both losing each other while Stacy's getting adopted and Nancy's not really sure how to feel about it either, but using that book world is a way for them to escape and learn about themselves a little bit more and have that chance to say goodbyes, their goodbyes there, and come to a realization that it's time to let go in a way and move on.
So you felt like both girls, through this sort of journey to this fantastical world, they come out stronger and more self-aware.
Yeah, they become more brave of what's ahead of them, and that's how I wanted to end the film, something for them to be brave and feel
courageous, and they go out and they're feeling like they can handle what's in front of them.
Yeah, even if it's a sad moment, I kind of wanted to have that closure a little bit.
Closure with sort of a triumphant feel, right? So what is the main takeaway?
I want people to take away from it that it's okay to let go, and letting go is a way to grow up, and that's what my two characters go through.
Right, and that's what life is all about, right? Yeah. Like growing and going through challenges and overcoming obstacles and pushing forward. Yeah. So I think everybody who watches this film can definitely relate to that. Thanks again. Yeah. Now we're going to look at another film where memories are an important part of a young girl's life. Here's Ode to Home.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mai, and I'm a Muslim American-born Egyptian. My parents moved to the United States from Egypt before I was born because they felt that America would provide better education and job opportunities. My childhood in America was different than my childhood in Egypt. In America, my family felt a sense of isolation. They were also constantly working to provide basics, so it was hard for them to really take us anywhere. But in Egypt, my parents felt a sense of safety and comfort and used to take us out all the time. A third of my life so far was spent in Egypt. I moved back and forth at least 5 times. I was there at different stages of my life and absorbed some of each culture. In Egypt, I miss the people, the food, the overall atmosphere of family. Family that I can only remember through memories and stories told to me by my parents. Because of my parents' sacrifices, I always felt the pressure to work harder. In 2013, my parents, brother, and I went to visit Egypt. We had so many plans to meet with family, revisit the streets of Cairo, and to explore the many tourist attractions like the pyramids of Giza and the Sphinx. Unfortunately, we went during a time of political instability. 2 days after we landed, the president was removed from power. People were celebrating, the streets filled with cars honking in unison, and I was in awe. I felt connected because I was there, but at the same time, I felt disconnected because I didn't know what it meant for the future of the country. And I don't think that they knew either. My disconnection in that moment reflected a greater feeling of disconnection from certain aspects of my Egyptian identity, like the language barrier that had formed. While I feel disconnected in some ways, I feel very connected in other ways. To the people I remember, the food my parents make, the music my parents and I listen to, and the community of friends I have who share similar cultural experiences. Growing up in New York City, I was introduced to so many people from all different walks of life. In a single classroom, students came from all over the world. Our differences make us united. Maybe the thing that connects me the most between the two, both Egypt and America, is my religion. I am not just Egyptian. I'm not just American. I am Muslim. In both countries, I am able to see a fellow Muslim and say the same greeting in one unified language, and they would still understand me. Assalamu alaikum. May peace be upon you.
There can be no sunrise without a sunset. In traditional Japanese culture, the sunrise symbolizes power and victory, and the sunset symbolizes darkness. But to me, sunset is beautiful. I think it's opposite of darkness. Even though the sun sets and darkness comes, you are sure that there will be a sunrise the next day. And our struggles are like the sunset. Without hard times, you wouldn't appreciate the peace you have. My name is Christine. I'm from Japan, and I came to the United States about a year ago. This is a story of how this book connects with my life and my existence. It is a true story about a woman who went through an unbelievable journey for her family. This book takes me back to where my own journey starts, all the way across the sea. I was born and raised in Japan. I speak Japanese as my first language, and chopsticks are part of my fingers. I lived in the Japanese community for my entire life, so I thought I was an ordinary Japanese girl born in Japan who speaks Japanese. Until I realized that I could never be regarded as a Japanese person. The writer and the protagonist of this book is also a Japanese woman. Her name is Toko. She lives with her husband Keiyun and her newborn baby Junco in a town called Anto in China. During this time period, Anto was one of the first Japanese territory in China. Toko was living there peacefully as if it was Japan. With the atomic bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Japan surrenders and Anto is no longer the territory of Japan.
もう負けたらどうなるかわからないでしょ。そういうところには暮らしていけないですよね。日本に帰らなければならない。その時日本人の皆さん全員日本に帰りたいという思いだったと思う。
Toko has no choice but to evacuate and go back to Japan. Feeling like an outsider is something I can strongly relate to, because growing up in Japan, I was never admitted as a Japanese girl. It was my appearance. My father is American and my mother is Japanese, so I looked a little different from others, especially in a place where there is less cultural diversity. So whenever I stepped outside my front door, I used to wear this black cap I had, and not to avoid the sunlight, but to avoid people staring at me. And I was so scared of going shopping or taking a walk outside. It was pretty depressing, and I had hard times back then. But it's actually funny if I think about it right now. I couldn't find a place where I truly belonged until I came here. Junco's journey back to Japan was not nearly as easy as mine coming here. On the way to the port, many families hid underground so that they would not be found by the Chinese soldiers.
子供の泣き声で敵が来るので、赤ちゃんの声が皆さんに迷惑をかけるんですね。敵が見つけるから。それでお父さんかお母さんが何も言えない。鼻と口を押さえてしまう。一言も声を私出さなかったみたいですね。10ヶ月、11ヶ月、赤ん坊の私が。とても静かな赤ん坊だったみたい。
As a very small baby, there wouldn't be much time until Junco had to go through another life-threatening event. As they get closer to their destination, food supplies are depleted and passengers begin to starve.
何もなかったみたい。自分たちが持ってきた乾パンのようなもの、それがなくなったらもう何もない。
Because of malnutrition, many babies die.
船の中で亡くなった赤ちゃんはブランケットに包んで、そして海に。
Junco somehow survived and remained peacefully in her mother's arms. Throughout the journey back to Japan, she was the only survivor out of all the babies on board. In the end, Toko, Keun, and Junco get back to Japan safely and find a place where they truly feel at home. Finding a place where you belong is what makes you feel at home. And sometimes it's not a place where you were born or raised, but a place where you feel safe to be who you are. And sometimes finding a home comes after a long journey. Toko's journey was full of struggles, and she faced all of them for the sake of her family without ever losing her hope. Her story will always be a source of encouragement to me. I'm proud of Toko's story, and I'm especially proud to have her as my great-grandmother. And although I have never met her in person, I feel like she is always with me. And I wouldn't be here today if she hadn't made it through her journey. never thought that I would feel at home in a place where I wasn't born. Toko found a home, and so have I.
Thanks for joining us.
Tune in next time for Real Works.